Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television talk show where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. So I get to ride on with you in the afternoon. It's always so much fun to be with you. You can find us syndicated on the television, and that's on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. You know, we are actually on the radio too, and I'm loving every minute of this. Every Saturday, you can find us with our local folks here in the Abbeville, South Carolina area. That's on WZLA, and you'll find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Make sure you stay tuned. By the way, continue sending email. Absolutely love hearing from you. That makes my day. So we're all into health, and a number of you have said, Donna, I'm worried about my water contamination and all this stuff. And some people are still in the area, still worried about their well water, and what could possibly be wrong with well water when, it's on my land and I've had it for, decades. The family had it and that kind of thing. But I wanted to go on ahead and talk with my friend Mark Metz. And Mark is a good friend. And so he owns his own business. And so I'm through Ultra Water. And I'm just going to tell you, water, and we're going to share some facts with you. I've got some customer recommendations for Mark and those kinds of things. And referrals are always great, and that is your best form of advertising. However, I want you to see what this system is all about. It will make you rethink your drinking water. We all think about skincare. We all think about the inside, about, what water does for the body. As a matter of fact, I rarely ever drink a soda anymore, only sometimes when I go out to eat. Teas I love. I drink teas, but I drink a lot of water. Mark's going to give you some explanation about this and how the system works, but I want you to really look down at the bottom. You'll see the website right there below. You'll also see Mark's contact information. This is someone I recommend that you do business with. Okay, so let's go ahead and first, I'd like to show you, let's just look at this one right here. We'll be right back in just a minute.
So Mark came over and showed me about this Happy Water unit, and I used it on my vegetables yesterday, and I was blown away. Like, I put 2 bowls of strawberries, one with this water and one with regular water, and you could just see the discoloration of all the pollutants just dropping off the strawberries, and the other bowl, it just looked like the same color water. And my vegetables got rehydrated. I used carrots. They got snappy again. I was going to throw those out. So yeah, it's working great.
It's just such a money saver. I mean, look, how many times have you went to the grocery store, or the farmer's market, or whatever, and you've bought fruit, and you've bought, precious vegetables, and they're really good for you, especially if you get them at the farmer's market, and then you get home with them and you forget about it. It's in the refrigerator and they're just ruined. This solution is going to help with that too. Okay, I want you to look at this video. It's very short. It's under 1 minute.
Did you know that this drinking water system takes out 249 contaminants?
Did you know that the Delphi unit goes out of the way underneath the sink? It's tucked away and doesn't take up your counter space?
Did you know that this unit is 100% self-cleaning? You never have to clean it.
Did you know that when the Delphi unit is tucked away under the sink that you have full control from your faucet up top here, and you can control all of your acidic, all of your alkaline, and all of your drinking waters right from here?
Will, did you just go over here? Did you know you can clean your vegetables off with 11.5 alkaline?
Alkaline level 5 selected.
Did you know that this unit costs about half as much as a leading brand?
You can't beat that. But all of this is when you buy the system here, you're going to get a lot of help from someone who really knows what they're talking about, because Mark and his wife have been advocates for health for years anyway. And this is just adding to the system. I'm going to show you another quick video too. That was a Did You Know video. Let's look at this one too. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Mark, this is Donna Feazell here with Donna's Edge Television Talk Show. I'm here to talk with Mark today about Ultra Home. What can you tell me about it?
Hey everybody, I'm Mark Metz in Greenwood, South Carolina, and Ultra Home Water Solutions is a way to clean up your water and get all the contaminants out of your water, but we have modern maintenance-free systems that are available. I've been in wellness for 33 years. I've been in the water business for about 15 years, so we help you clean up your well water, your city water, and your drinking water and get all the contaminants filtered out. This is our 2-tank system for the whole home. It lasts 1 million gallons or 10 years. It removes 229 contaminants. It's salt-free, potassium-free, no back flushing. The only thing you do is change a pre-filter, so it's maintenance-free. Skin will be softer, hair will be better, but it gets rid of all those contaminants that you inhale when you shower, or when you take baths, or breathing in all the time when you create hot water. That steam, when you inhale that, you're inhaling chemicals and all, so we remove all of those bad things. We have our drinking water system on the other side, but it comes in both a under the sink unit, so this has all of the controls are right here. So it makes 8 different levels of pH water. Power's on, and then it splits the water into 2 streams. An alkaline stream that you drink. It's negatively charged, so it's antioxidant. Eliminates free radicals. It's alive. It's clean. It tastes fantastic. And then this is the acid water. Use that for cleaning. Now this is the under the sink unit. The unit itself is down underneath the counter. Or these are countertop units, a 9-plate, a 7-plate, and a 5-plate. We're going to go across on the other side of the room and see that in just a few minutes, see the system running. But water is one of the easiest ways to keep you and your family healthy. Your body is about 70% water. Your brain's about 90% water. The water we have today is not like it was. When we were kids, it was clean. I grew up on a farm. You could drink out of the well water. It tasted fantastic. Today's water is polluted with contaminants, chemtrail things, and they're just putting more stuff in the water all the time. So you want to have a way to filter out the contaminants out of your water. So we can do that for both city water, well water, and your drinking water.
Should we be in a situation, let me ask you a question, because water is an extremely important part of the body and functioning.
Yes.
Okay, so if I had to do without one, food or water, which is going to keep me healthier?
You can live about a month without food. You can live about 3 days without water. So water is probably the most important thing. And so it's best to get this kind of water, but if you don't, or you're in an airport and you don't have good quality water, you usually get a spring water as opposed to just a regular bottled water. Most regular bottled water is what's called reverse osmosis. That pulls everything out of the water. The water is 100% dead. When you pull the minerals out of the water, it makes it become acidic. So all the bottled waters that you see are reverse osmosis. They're dead, acidic, and inflammatory. They're acidic like drinking a soda. This is negatively charged, so it's hydrogen-rich antioxidant. Reverse osmosis water is the opposite. It's positively charged.
Let me ask you a question about bottled water, because I have concern. Okay, so I buy a plastic water bottle. Maybe it's been sitting outside at a service station or at a grocery store. Is that safe?
No, we're going to talk about that. So even Fiji water that used to be great, think about it. It's in plastic and it has to come here 6,000 to 8,000 miles in airplanes and sitting in stuff. So it's been sitting in plastic for a long time. And then regular bottled water, like at the filling station or grocery stores, it sits out in the sun at the filling stations and the convenience stores. And you don't want to drink that. You want to drink out of like a medical grade bottle like this that is stainless steel. These are Bubba's. Get them at Walmart. They're like a Yeti. This is like a redneck Yeti right here. It's called Bubba.
Sounds
okay?
like my kind.
And but as stainless steel, medical grade, that's what you want to drink out of. This water is alive, so it has a charge. Think of a soda. When you open a soda, 3 or 4 hours later, if you just leave it in an open can, it'll go flat. So this, you want to put it into a medical grade bottle with a bottle that is sealed, so that keeps it from losing its electrical charge. We're going to go on the other side of the wall and see the unit. And then I've got charts that'll kind of help us explain
Okay,
that.
one thing before we go next door. Okay, so the bottle, let's talk about keeping the bottle clean.
You definitely want to keep the bottle clean, because when you're drinking all the time, most of the bacteria and diseases that you have are around your mouth and your nose. Okay, so keep these really clean. This unit makes acid water, so you want to sanitize this some way. So I sanitize it with the acid water from the alkaline water unit.
So that's double the effect.
Yes.
There you go.
So-
Okay, Mark, let's go to the other side.
All right.
We're going to go to the other side in just a minute, but I just wanted to mention this. The information from Mark is right down here at the bottom. It's extremely important, especially with some of the diseases that are coming out there from time to time in the United States and all over the world, that we drink good filtered water. And this reminds me of my great grandmother's house. So at her house, long time ago, she still had well water. Now, this is back before the contamination of well water and city water and all that. And it was always, this was like the world's water. You know, as a kid, you always want a cola and Kool-Aid and stuff like that. But when we went to my great grandmother's house, Mama Slayton's house, I'm going to tell you what, that was the absolute best. And she had this, it was a pan with a dipper, and she was like a germaphobe, so she wouldn't let us drink it, double dip, with the little dipper thing that she had. And so we would just like constantly be going there, and she would just go ahead and get the water out of the well and let us drink it. But I'm just telling you, I think that's probably why we were healthier, and why we're healthier now. We just have to really be careful what we put inside our bodies. Now let's go ahead and go to the other side of the room. Hey, Mark, I just have to tell you, I am the biggest skincare fanatic. And all women are, and a lot of men won't admit it, but they are as well. So what I am seeing, and I'm an avid water drinker anyway. Can't wait to start drinking your water. Talk to us about the benefits of water and how it reduces inflammation and all the other wonderful things that we get out of the system.
The easiest way to have great skin is by drinking super clean water and staying hydrated. So I'm 65 years old, soon be 66. And so I wash, we have a button on the machine that is beauty water. So beauty water is 6.0 acid water. So this is like if you went to Rich's or Macy's and paid like $40 for skin toning water, that's what this is. That's 6.0 beauty water. So it tightens your skin, tones your skin, helps inflammation reduction. So this machine makes 8 different levels of water. So you use the beauty water for your skin, and then you're drinking the high pH water internally. And so that helps to neutralize free radicals.
So basically that's beauty from the inside and out.
Correct.
Okay.
So your body, inside when you're drinking the water, it reduces inflammation. So you want to reduce inflammation in your gut, in your skin, and everywhere. That's going to help you be overall healthy. The water is antioxidant, meaning it's negatively charged, so it neutralizes free radicals. A free radical is positively charged. This water, when it's alive, it's negatively charged, so the two attract each other and it neutralizes it. The superior hydration, because it takes a big water molecule, think of like 35 grapes. You can't get them in like a 5-gallon drinking bottle, but when it ionizes it, it kind of busts it up. so the water tastes smooth and silky. So when you drink it, it absorbs immediately. So if you can drink 32 ounces of a sports drink and try to go jogging, it would just go
Right.
jog on your stomach. When you drink 32 ounces of this, if you were to drink a lot of it, it will absorb in like 1 to 2 minutes. Because it's high pH, it will immediately absorb. It's clean and delicious. This system takes out 249 contaminants and takes out about 99.9% of all contaminants, including lead, mercury, arsenic, PFAS, plastics.
Oh, we're drinking all of that now.
You're drinking it all now. So the system has 2 different filters on it, a right side pre-filter, a left side main filter, and then it splits the water into splits the water into 2 different streams, an alkaline stream and an acid stream. So I'm going to just show you like we're drinking water now for 9.5 pH. So this is your alkaline water that's negatively charged and hydrogen rich. And this is your acid water. This is like lead, mercury, arsenic, PFAS, all the bad things that's in your water. This is all the good stuff. So this, when you drink it, it's negatively charged, hydrogen rich, it's alive, it's microclustered, so it's smooth and silky. This is positively charged, acidic, so it's good for cleaning and killing things and sanitizing. So we're splitting the water electronically. So we're getting all of the bad things out of the water. So that's what this machine is doing.
You know, back in the day, my grandmothers had the smoothest skin. Now, this back in the day when they had well water, and they just swore by simple ways to take care of your skin, simple ways to take care of yourself. But I wanted to ask you another question, and because you know I am a gardener, I'm a farmer, and I claim to be an organic farmer. Apparently, I'm not an organic farmer.
My nephew's an organic farmer. The way that they are getting to organic farms is with the chemicals being in chemtrails. When it rains, all of those chemicals come right down, fall on the ground, and then they find their way into the water streams underneath the earth. So when we do testing, we test your water for no charge. When we do well testing, now we send this to a lab. I have a lot of lab reports come back lately when we're having farms that have wells that they have fluoride in them. Lead, mercury, barium. Barium is one of the top chemicals in chemtrails. Finding copper in excessive amounts, nitrates, nitrites. All of these things are working its way into the ground. So the wells aren't clean like when we were kids. We would drink out of the hose pipe. Clean, refreshing water. The population has increased dramatically. Chemicals are used in farms, but then also the chemtrail. All of those things are leaching into the groundwater, so your groundwater is not clean like it used to be. So we can do our well test for 52 different analytics. So it tells you the levels for lead, mercury, arsenic. It'll test for E. coli, chloroform, even uranium is in the earth, a lot of places. So we can test for all of those things. We have, and then anywhere in the U.S., you just give me, if you call me or text it to me, my number is 951-764-4962. You can text me your name and phone number, your city and zip, and then what is the name on your water bill. I can look up everything if you have municipal water, and I can send you the water report for your municipality. And they're usually going to have 20 to 40 contaminants in your water. Usually about half of those will cause cancer. I'll be glad to send that to you. And your email, too, I need that. But or just text me, and I will help you. If you're on a well, I can have a kit shipped to your house that we capture the water, and then it's a prepaid label that you stick back on the box, and it goes to the laboratory. So when you do a well test, the shipping is paid. FedEx shipping is paid both ways. That's included in that. If we do one with a lab test, the lab charges for that.
Okay.
When I do the test, I don't charge for them, okay? But I can't test for the microscopical levels that they can in a lab for 52 different things.
Okay, let's go back. We'll end this segment. Let's go back to the pH. I want to talk to you a little bit about that.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back in just a few minutes, everybody. Make sure you get in contact with him about this. Okay, again, they pay the shipping there and back, so make sure you call him. Okay, let's go into the next segment. We're going to make an hour show out of this. It's that important. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Okay, Mark, I have another burning question. And thank you so much for being with me on this show. So can you explain, okay, so I'm seeing pH. And, you know, in school we studied the pH levels of water and different things, but explain to us this chart you have right up here.
Okay, so briefly, I'm going to try to do the brief version. The pH chart has 14 in it. Neutral is 7. Our blood is around 7.36 pH. And you don't want to change your pH of your blood because that would be not good health-wise. What you want to do, though, is watch what you're drinking. People don't realize this, but as you drink acidic things, that will make you sick, inflammation, weight gain, diabetes, cancer.
I'm seeing your colas there.
So sodas are generally a pH of about 3. That's like a battery acid, okay? Bottled waters are generally a pH of about 4 or 5. The reason is all of these have been ran through reverse osmosis, which pulls all the minerals out of the water is dead. Then they add a little baking soda and salt to give it a little bit of flavor. So if you look on Dasani, Aquafina, Smart Water, it'll say they've added baking soda and salt on there. That gives it a little bit of a flavor. But those things are acidic.
That's not even mentioning how long it sits in a truck or outside.
No, the microplastics are free. They give those to you for free. You're getting microplastics in there. You're getting the bottle breaking down. You're getting contaminants in there. When we were kids, spring water used to really be spring water, but now so many people drink bottled water, they cannot produce enough spring water from these various springs to water 5, 10 million, 10 million, 30 million people in a big city every day. They can't do that. So generally about 10% of the bottled water is spring water now. The rest is just reverse osmosis, which is dead water. So our drinking water system produces 8 different levels of pH. You clean with these acidic waters, then our machine makes 7.0 for neutral water for taking medications or for food. By the way, you do not want to, it's best not to drink any water or any liquid with your meal because your stomach acid is a pH of about 3. It needs to stay concentrated in order to break down food, especially protein. So you want to let it stay concentrated, okay? So when you're drinking alkaline water, don't drink it with meals. When you have a machine, you drink 7.0 neutral water. Okay, just to take digestive enzymes or probiotics or apple cider vinegar. Okay. Then after meals, after about 30 minutes, then you go back to drinking alkaline water. So this machine makes 7.5 for babies' bottles, 8.5 pH. Most people drink 9.5 pH. So most people drink. It makes 10.5 and 11.5. So the higher your pH goes, the more alkaline it's going to taste. But generally you want to drink about 8.5 or 9.5. And if you go to Trader Joe's or Costco, you see or Smart Water, or bottled alkaline water, that's just reverse osmosis where all the minerals have been poured out and they add baking soda and salt to artificially raise the pH. That's fake alkaline water that they're selling to you for $3 to $5 when it's just dead water. Real alkaline water is alive like this. It's only made from an ionizing. It's called an ionizing machine, and where it splits the water into 2 separate streams. That's the only way to make real alkaline water. A lot of people say, does it help to add lemon? Yes, it does help to add lemon to your water.
Organic lemons?
You want the water to be clean, but it's not going to be anything like this. What makes alkaline water work is the hydrogen part of it. is negatively charged and hydrogen rich and alive for 2 days. That's why you want to have a machine, because the water is alive. It's the easiest way to keep you healthy. So I'm 65, so see how tight my skin is and hydrated? That's from drinking antioxidant water. This machine can make water that is about 10 to 13 times stronger than eating straight kale, Swiss chard, or spinach, antioxidant-wise. Without getting too technical, sodas are positively charged, they rust your cells. This water is negatively charged, so it helps neutralize the bad guys. So it's the easiest way to keep you and your family healthy. Drinking hydrogen-rich alkaline water is like taking medicine, but it's just water because it's negatively charged.
Okay.
The kids love it.
Okay. So I'm going to come back to you with another question in just a few minutes. So,
Okay.
So we'll get right back to it in just a few minutes. Sorry about the camera work. That was my camera work. But anyway, you get the gist of it. I had to kind of like cut Mark's head off. Mark, I'm sorry about that. But we needed to see that chart. It's really important. Now, he'll be glad to come to your business. He'll be glad to come out and talk to you just any way that you'd like to see him. So I'm going to show you another quick video. Then we're going to go into a commercial break. And you'll really be fascinated by this.
Did you know that this drinking water system takes out 249 contaminants?
So Mark came over and showed me about this Happy Water unit, and I used it on my vegetables yesterday, and I was blown away. Like, I put 2 bowls of strawberries, one with this water and one with regular water, and you could just see the discoloration of all the pollutants just dropping off the strawberries, and the other bowl, it just looked like the same color water. And my vegetables got rehydrated. I used carrots. They got snappy again. I was going to throw those out. So yeah, it's working great.
We just finished another beautiful installation of a house that's about 45 or 50 years old. It had a salt system in here. So our plumber did a super job. They had PEX in here. So this is the pre-filter right here, sand and sediment. Then this is your premium filtration tank that removes 229 contaminants. This is the salt-free conditioner that conditions the water with no salt. It does not waste water, so it doesn't backflush, doesn't use salt or potassium. You don't need electricity for it. You don't need a drain because it doesn't waste water. And the main filtration tank has a 1 million gallons or 10-year lifetime. The salt-free conditioner has a 50-year lifetime. So it removes 229 contaminants, softens the water, but it leaves all of the good minerals in the water that your body needs.
And I love those odds. Let's go into a commercial break. We shall return in just a few minutes. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020. We're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities. We're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television talk show where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. As we get to ride home with you in the afternoon, we are syndicated. You can find us on Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on the newscasters.com. You can also find us on the radio every Saturday at 9 a.m. And that's at WZLA 92.9 FM. That's country music's really strong here in South Carolina, and they do have the best radio station. Love working with those folks. They're phenomenal. You can also send an email anytime you want. I do listen because you're the reason I do what I do. Donna at donnasedge.com. Donna at donnasedge.com. We are talking about Ultra Water, and my very, very good friend that is doing this. I can't get over the difference just in the taste of the water. So I'm going to show you, I've got the last video of Mark, and then we're going to go into his website, and I'm going to give you more information from there. We'll be right back in just about 7.5 minutes. Okay, Mark, we are back. So I'm thinking affordability, okay? I understand there are different levels. Let's talk about those as far as affordability.
So on the drinking water side, we have 4 different models at 4 different price ranges so we can meet anybody's budget. Probably 95% of the people get the under-the-counter unit that we saw on the other side. Well, this unit is sitting underneath the counter.
And that's not going to take up a lot of room either.
No, it's only 5 inches deep, so it sits right up against, it would sit in the cabinet right up against the wall. And then there is you still have your regular faucet, but in another hole is a smart faucet, and the top of it looks kind of like an iPhone, and all of the punch, you can control all different 8 levels of water right on there. And we saw that faucet on the other side, but I will post pictures of what it looks like. It is beautiful. The faucet comes in 150 different colors. You can make Clemson color, even an Alabama color, whatever color you want to. I went to Clemson, she went to Alabama, that's what that is. But you can make your college color, make anything you want.
Okay.
That's under the counter, and it has 9 plates on it. Then we have 3 countertop models, a 9-plate unit, which this is, a 7-plate unit, and a 5-plate unit. And what's the difference between those? A lot of people ask. Think of horsepower in like a truck, a pickup truck. The more plates a unit has, the higher the antioxidant level of the water, the longer it'll hold the electrical charge, the higher the pH on the high side and the lower the pH. So it's just got a stronger, think of a stronger engine in it.
Okay.
That's a way to think of it. So we got 4 different price ranges. On the other wall that we were at earlier on the whole home system, we also have 4 different levels of system.
Okay.
Have a system for big houses, like on the lake with 4, 5, 6,000 square feet. Then we have a 2-tank system that lasts 10 years that I showed you, and 1 million gallons. Then we have a single tank system that has both the filtration media and the softening media in the same tank. And then its life is 500,000 gallons or 5 years. All of these are maintenance free, no salt, no potassium, no back flushing, no electricity needed, so they're more cost effective to install. And those are the top 3. That's where most people get the 2-tank system that's 10 years. Then we have a very affordable, low-cost entry for 3 tanks they're actually about 20 inches tall, about 4.5 inches, and they're all put together. And so those are very cost effective to get into, and then you replace those filters once per year. So we have 4 different price ranges for the homeowner for the whole house system, and 4 different price ranges for drinking water system, so we can meet anybody's budget. And we have interest-free financing. Call or text me about that, and I'll be glad to go over the options with you. My number is 951-764-4962. We have 3 different financing options, so we can find something that fits your budget and takes care of your family.
Absolutely. One more question, though. Can you grow a system? So if I started out with a smaller system, decided, ooh, I'd like to have the next step up, what would be involved with doing that?
Yes, you can. So I get that question a lot. Mark, I can't do the whole home system and the drinking water system. If I can only do one thing, what would I do? Usually it is to get the drinking water system first. The reason is because it's not just for drinking, but you use this for cooking, for cleaning, for your skin care, for plants, for your dogs, getting the chemicals off your fruits and vegetables. So we have a chart here that I will post that. I'll send that to you. You can post that. But you use 11.5 water like to get the chemicals off of fruits, vegetables, apples, your greens. That oily feeling on grape tomatoes, plums, apples, that is petroleum. Commercial farming now all has herbicides and pesticides, and they put a petroleum-based product over the top to keep the irrigation from washing it off of the apples. So that's what that greasy, oily feeling is. That is petroleum.
So I could eat the whole apple at this point.
Yes. So you do this, you use this for everything. Washing your fruits and apples. There's a button for coffee. Coffee is super acidic and gives you stomach ulcers. So you use 10.5 pH, and that raises the pH up so you won't get ulcers from drinking coffee. Then you drink 8.5, 9.5. Also use it for cooking soups, beans, rice. Everything cooks a lot quicker and it plumps up. Also saves you from throwing away vegetables as they're getting older, like carrot, celery, asparagus, lettuce. If it's getting kind of sad looking, spray it with 11.5, that high pH, put it back in the refrigerator, and it'll get happy
that's
again.
a natural
and it'll
preservative.
get firm again. So this is the first thing typically to buy. Okay, and you use that for all your cooking and cleaning, and then you can add on the whole home system later, and you can also even start with the lower cost whole home system, and down the road, if you want to upgrade, you can do that.
Let me ask you about businesses. Number of businesses have their own kitchens. How important would that be for happy employees?
It's extremely important. So for businesses, I usually recommend the countertop. The reason is it's a lot simpler for an employee to walk up and just push the button that says for like food, when I'm going to have food. They can just see I want purified water. Normally they're going to be drinking 9.5 right here, but they can just look at it and touch. So I have it in a lot of businesses, but I usually recommend the countertop, and then this chart is right by it. So I have, you can come by here if you're in Greenwood, South Carolina, at Buck Stove Pool and Spa and try the water. I also have it at my chiropractor, who is Trail. I'm sorry, that's in California, where I was for a while. My chiropractor here is Lakeland's chiropractor, Dr. Chuck Weston. You can try it at his place. My nephew's is Fenway's Pharmacy, right close to us. He's got a machine. We're going to have it up soon. You can go in there and buy the water also, by the gallon, or you can try it.
Sounds good to me. Okay. Thank you so much for being on the show with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. Guys, thanks for watching. You'll love dealing with Mark. He's very personable. He really knows his product. So I'm just telling you, he knows it. He knows how it works. Okay, now I'm on his website, and it's ultrawatersolutions.com, and you'll see /Mark Metz. Okay, that's how you want to deal with him, because he really knows his stuff. And so there's an article on the website. I mean, they've thought of everything. So questions that I thought of once I left, and when we started talking about this. Okay, so why drink hydrogen water? Okay, so I want to spend a few minutes on this with you, okay, because this will answer some of the questions you have. But again, you really got to meet with Mark. Why 1,000 plus peer-reviewed papers suggest that you should. And let's go ahead and look at more and dig in just a little bit more, because I'm seeing safer water, better health, better performance. And let me tell you something else that I know this works, okay? There was a time in my life where I'd had a hysterectomy. I was craving sugar like crazy. And the more sugar you eat, and the more colas you drink that have just drenched in sugar, I'm just telling you, it gives you this brain fog. If you'll drink this water, once it's been through the filtration system, you're gonna notice a huge difference. And I'm telling you, you're gonna notice it right away. It's not gonna take 6 months to figure it out. You'll know you're doing the right thing. You also need to be doing the right thing with your kids, because I'm just telling you, when I was a kid growing up, we'd go to my great grandmother's house. We had that nice water, and it was just so pure. And, you can get spring water, but it's nothing like this. Okay, so the healing property in healing waters. Let's talk about that for just a few minutes. So around the world, there are well-known natural water sources or springs that offer healing or curative properties. Now, scientists have recently found that H2 in samples analyzed from Germany and in some in Mexico and Japan, 1-3, the existence of H2 in these springs and others could be the result of water reacting with alkali earth metals, or from hydrogen gas-producing bacteria and algae 4. Regardless, the available science regarding H2 and its benefits seem to explain their healing properties. What is this hydrogen that he was talking about? Okay, and I think he explained it extremely well. I'm not sure how I could add anything else to it. But I saw this. Hydrogen is the lightest and simplest element appearing first on the table of elements. You remember that in school, the period of elements. Okay, so this hydrogen is also the smallest molecule, consisting of just one electron and one proton. Remember the electrons and protons? I hope you listened in school, because it was really important so you could understand how all of this stuff works. Okay, because of its tiny size, It can permeate even the subcellular structures, such as making it possibly bioavailable. It even crosses the blood-brain barrier. You know, we talked about that just a few minutes ago. It's colorless, odorless, non-metallic, non-toxic, and it's tasteless. Okay, now let's look at this one. Okay, and this is the research that has been done on it. So the body of science regarding health benefits of H2 has advanced rapidly in recent years, thanks to the studies done by research scientists around the globe. Over 1,000 peer-reviewed articles have been published on the impact of H2 on humans, animals, and individual cells. It shows that the H2 regulates over 200 biomolecules and appears to provide benefit in 170 plus health conditions and disease models affecting virtually every organ in the human body. H2 operates on human metabolism in 3 primary areas. H2 rapidly and easily converts toxic-free radicals to water. So the reaction is this: H2 plus 2OH minus, and then forward the 2H2O. Now, H2 maintains an antioxidant, leverages and maintains the body's own antioxidants. It's a very friendly thing there. H2 supports cell signaling, cell metabolism. You know, you have people say, "Oh, I've slowed down in my older years." That metabolism is what you got to have reacted, okay? And gene expression. This impacts inflammation, obesity, and aging mechanisms. Okay, and I'll take you to something else I've noticed too, just from drinking more of the water. Okay, is you will lose some weight. Yeah, I mean, especially if you like me and you were drinking one cola after the other. You know, even diet colas. And I'm not sure why it was this way, but I thought, well, okay, I'll just drink diet colas. I was still not toning down. I don't know if the body is just tricked into thinking it was sugar. I don't know how that works, but I'm just telling you the water absolutely works. You really got to give that a try. Okay, now the benefits of molecular hydration. Hydrogen, I'm sorry. It is not an overestimate to say that hydrogen water's impact on therapeutic and preventive medicine could be enormous in the future. Now, this is a free radical research in 2010. Okay, now, why H2 is a superlative antioxidant? You know, we hear about this all the time. Antioxidants, all those, you know, it's from eating grapes, it's from, you know, all those superfoods that are out there. Well, this is a super water. Okay, you want superfoods, you got to have super water. And remember, you can live without water with water longer than you can without food. So I want you to think about that as we're talking about this, okay? Now, why H2, chronic stress has been identified as one of the major causes of aging and modern chronic disease. Now, you know, cancer and just different things that are happening through the human body, and they're happening at younger ages now. Okay, everyone knows that there are many antioxidants available. You know, there are blueberries, you know, all those berries that are super fruits. However, they have shown only limited success in therapeutic trials. H2 has some distinct advantages, causing researchers to produce or propose it as a novel antioxidant and with superior therapeutic and preventive applications. Now, H2 is the smallest molecule. Other antioxidants, such as vitamin C or vitamin E, are very large by comparison. They must also be digested, absorbed, transported, and finally taken up by the cells. Now, H2 penetrates the stomach lining quickly and acts inside the cells immediately. It gets to every part of the cell and more quickly, producing DNA, RNA, and proteins against damaging oxidative stress. You hear about stress? Okay. Each molecule of H2 neutralizes 2 free radicals. It separates into slightly charged atoms that neutralize free radicals created by daily stress. In this process, it creates water hydrating the cells. Okay, so this is something, I remember this from school. Okay, so this is back in the 70s. Okay, I went to school. And I remember the school teacher saying, put your hand out like this. And she said, I want everybody to lift their hand. Okay, lift the skin right here on your hand. Okay, see how mine just popped right back? If you lift the skin of your hand right here on the top of your hand, and it takes too long to go down, you need water. I mean, you gotta have it, because what's happening is you're dehydrating, and that's not good. Especially, I mean, mine used to do that. And like I was saying before, when I was drinking colas all the time, mine would do that even in the wintertime when we weren't outside sweating in 200-degree weather. So that's another way you can find that out. So when you, and just like Mark, when he was showing you his arms and how, and it's the same thing. And when you're doing this and it springs back, and at my age, and I'm 66, I'm a year older than he is. So all of those things do matter. And the beauty part of it, and I noticed when he was talking about the different dials and everything that you could use, which are on the machine, the beauty routine part of it is very significant. So I want you to go back and look at that again. Okay. And do more research. Go to the website and you'll find even more awesome stuff on it. Now, keep up with the time, because I'm telling you, when I'm talking about health, I forget what time it is. The best anti-aging supplement. Our modern lifestyle has greatly increased the oxidative stress on our bodies, leading to alarmingly increased rates of chronic disease and poor health. As a culture, we are out of balance and aging. We lack something to naturally and universally address the decline that comes with aging. So the science is clear. H2 water is a powerful and effective foundation for better health, wellness, and slowing the aging process. How many people are doing that? How much money do men and women spend on skincare? A lot. I mean, it's like people spend more on that. They will do without food to be able to buy these extremely expensive creams when you could just have this filtration system. Now, H2 reduces inflammation and pain, and as we age, we ache more. Remember that. H2 has been shown to be a powerful anti-inflammatory and may also modify genes that create constant state of inflammation. Have you seen somebody, and I'm beginning to see more and more of this in younger people, their ankles swell a lot? Yeah, that's inflammation there. And that could be a number of things. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you, I know from experience of some of my friends who are going through this, some of the people I went to school with who are having these issues, the ankle swelling, the skin doesn't hold up, all of those things. Now, you're going to age. I mean, we're all getting older, but I'm into slowing down that process, and you can do it with this filtration system. Now, H2 supports optimal cognitive function. The brain makes up 2 to 4% of your body's weight, but it consumes 20 to 40% of the oxygen you breathe. Since 2 to 5% of this oxygen turns into free radicals, the brain is highly susceptible to oxidative stress damage. H2 neutralizes those excess free radicals in the brain. That's another thing I've noticed. By drinking more of the good water, we'll call it, the good water, okay, not necessarily what comes out of your faucet, clarity seems to come back more. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to get this into your body and let it work. But I will tell you, it comes really close to being overnight in a lot of cases. Now, H2 promotes cellular health. So research shows that H2 alters cell signaling, cell metabolism, there's that word again, metabolism, and gene expression, explaining its anti-inflammatory, anti-allergic, and anti-cell death effects. Now, H2 activates the production of your own antioxidant levels. It triggers the activation of antioxidant enzymes, also superoxide, and I'm probably just butchering some of these words up, dismutase, and catalase, and proteins that protect cells. Now, these enzymes handle different types of free radicals working together to maintain cell health. Before we get into exercise and athletics, I wanted to go on ahead and give you Mark's telephone number again. The cell number is 951-764-4962. Now, the number you see down there that I've put on the ticker down at the bottom, that's his work number, but you're going to get to him like really soon. Now, if he's with a client, he's not going to answer his phone. He's one of those, and which is just nice. Okay. You know that when you're his client, he's going to take care of you the same way. Area code 951-764-4962. You want to go to the website, and if you're listening on the radio, I'll go ahead and give it to you. It's ultrawatersolutions.com and then / Mark Metz. Now that's ultrawatersolutions.com / Mark Metz. And I'll give you a cell phone number one more time, then let's dig a little bit about exercise. Okay, his cell phone number is 951-764-4962, and that is Mark Metz. Okay, exercise, athletes, H2 is your choice weapon. Okay, H2 helps improve energy levels. And by the way, ATP is the fuel that powers your cells during physical activity. And you need to look that up. Okay, read this in research. And the research also shows that H2 increases ATP production, helping you maintain high energy and better performance. H2, by the way, if you're a school and your kids are outside, they're exercising and the gym and all that, and you have sports, you need to have this filtration system for the students there as well. You really need to do that. Okay, now H2 improves performance and recovery time. So when you exercise, your lactic acid increases, leading to fatigue, muscle damage, decreased endurance, reduced performance, and poor results. Peer-reviewed research on athletes that H2 decreases lactic acid levels, leading to a better performance and faster recovery. Also, H2 reduces oxidative stress. And we keep talking about all kinds of stress out there that ages us. When we exercise, H2 easily enters subcellular compartments, helping to protect them against damaging oxygen radicals. Now, H2 also improves your hydration. Yeah, that's the thing it can get to you right there. When H2 molecules combine with and neutralize damaging oxygen radicals, they are transformed into H2O, increasing your cellular hydration. Now, H2 infused alkaline water is also better absorbed by the body than regular tap water. Absolutely no doubt about that. Now, to summarize, whether at work or play, old or young, healthy or unhealthy, H2 offers everyone a wide range of powerful benefits. Okay, most supplements have one mechanism of action, that's H2 water and H2 tablets, all for many. So it's been very solid and growing body of science to back up these benefits. So if you're interested in optimizing your health and well-being, enjoying more energy, better mental clarity right there, and improving your athletic performance, then what are you waiting for? Give your body the ability to thrive naturally, enjoying this H2 revolution. Do what the results are showing, and drink H2 infused water. H2 infused ultra water is the perfect, easy, and convenient way to get the cleanest and healthiest hydrogen-rich water. And you got to call my buddy now. Call Mark Metz at 951-764-4962. Again, I'll give it to you before we close. That cell phone number is 951-764-4962. Your body will appreciate it, and your body will say thank you. It's so good being with you. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge television talk show where truth matters. We appreciate you listening to us every day, Monday through Friday, and that's on Abundant Television. We are syndicated there, and that's found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. And remember, we are on the radio, and it's a Country Giant station right here in Abbeville, South Carolina. That's WZLA 92.9 FM. You can continue sending email, Donna@donnasedge.com. Thank you so much for watching.